Tuesday after the first batch of the Balance Pack 2023 hit. It's a wonderful day to play, talk about, or create stuff for Teenage A in Bavaria and on the whole world. It's Flo, and I'm letting you through me setting up printing of the books. Printing of the books? Yes, printing. For that, I get into my Amazon Direct Publishing account and walk you through the steps necessary to get the books out to you. Okay. Teenage A Balance Patch 2023 Batch 1 Beta 1. That looks like somebody has been really working. Yeah. Then let's have a look at it. What has to be set up? What has to be done all? And what stuff did pull which work? Okay, of course here. Oh, it looks like some of you can't read because it's German not English. Let's switch to English. Okay, and in 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you should be able to see it in your language. Okay. Now, let's have a look at it. How it looks in English. Okay, the language of the product has to be set up. This is the English version. Okay. I have to take a title. Well, that's the Teenage A Balance Patch. It's 23 one. It's batch 1. It's beta 1. Beta 1 because in case if things change early or need to change, there will be a beta 2 or a hotfix. So yeah, of course then there will have to be new books by me. Well, and then a series. Well, I will create a series. The Balance Patch 23 series. But for that, I'll have to wait for the second book to come out, the second batch. Okay, and here's the primary author or contributor. There's so many people involved, and it's a bit after some um, more to the front, some more to the back, some more in between. That the most sensible thing is to mention the whole 9th H team. And that is what the 9th H team also asks. Okay. If I put in all people who also contributed, I would still be putting in names here. Perhaps even your name. Then a description. Well, I took it short and simple. I might add something more in the future, but as most people having interest in this one already know, it's a yearly balance patch. And I put in what it's in. So in batch 1, there's the rule books, the Arcane Compendium, and the following army books: the Dreadofs, the Kingdom of Aquitaine, the Saurian Ancients, and Vermin's Farm. Of course, in their newest version, which was released at the 24th November 2022. Yeah, in 2022, we released a patch for 2023, which will go through with us for the whole of 2023. I have the necessary publishing rights. Then I added some keywords: Teenage A, Fantasy Battles, the 9th Age, Tabletop, Wargaming, Strategy, Balancing Patch. Let's add a small written Teenage A. Then I had to pick some categories. I took Fantasy General and Fantasy Epic because I think that game is epic. Well, it's not a journal, it's a real book, and not large print, cause at least I hope everybody of you still can read good. And if not, the PDF versions really available on the page can have a zoom function. Then there's no adult content. Everything can be used by people of all ages, at least if they can read. So, save and continue. You see, Amazon's checking the stuff I entered, and now it goes to the next step. Here we are. I have to either to get a free ESPN, which will not allow me to print or offer it with that ESPN or different services like the printing service of Drive-Through RPG or the wargaming thing of it, the Wargame Vault and so on. So I went out and bought an own one. Don't know if that would at one time will get back through stuff I get from I make from other selling sources, but it felt the right thing to do. Not to rely on an ESPN by Amazon, but of an own one. The publication date, yeah, that's the date where it came out, the stuff. Then I can make black and white interior with screen mirror, or I can use standard color or premium color. Well, black and white is easily the cheapest. I first plan to do that for you, cause I want not to cost much for you. But looking at the color codes, the strike-throughs, and the stuff in the King Compendium, yeah, color should make it much easier and better to look and read. So, colors is standard color and premium color. Well, some places on the world don't have premium color printing. I think our Australian friends, well, they have premium color printing, but not from Amazon. Yeah. So I went with the standard color interior. Well, on color we only have white paper. On other stuff we've got white paper and green paper. And green paper is really cool for background stuff, I believe. But so here it chooses basically itself. Then I have to choose a size. Well, I choose the biggest one with broadly available in US. The Amazon printing, cause I want the book to be in a way that you don't need a zoom tool, so that you can see it really good. Then, well, what's next? Which stuff? Well, then I had to set up some settings about how it's cut or not cut.